Hello, how everybody doing? Welcome back to the Mad Alaska podcast. Today we have Trauma Toast over here. How you doing, man?
Good. How
Everything
you
good with
doing, man?
you?
Oh, man, I've been great.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I've
sir.
been
Yes,
great.
sir. I know, Trauma. This one is gonna be a little bit different interview. We're gonna go straight into the stuff we need to talk about because there's been a lot of stuff that's been said
Yeah,
that have
there
came
has.
out online. So, Trauma, I would like for you. There's been these allegations that have started, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to take us back a little bit
All right.
on how things started, because for people to understand, we have to understand the backstory of what happened to now. And we've been hearing one side of the story, which is that you told is what they said, you know?
Yeah.
But let's bring it back to the beginning.
So goes back. This situation was 2002. So like I'm gonna keep some people's names out of shit. So
Yeah.
you know, like
You can change some people's name to other names too if you want to.
So I got you. So damn. Had a friend. He came, approached us, you know, told us, you know, we got this lick. Big he wanted a specific dude to do it though. Mm-hmm. And the other dude, you know, he's a friend of ours too. Dude was like, all right, you know what I mean? I'll do it. We went with him. Instead of buying the weed, you know, went there to take the weed. And, you know, he's putting hands on bruh. Bruh, you know, shot, killed him. Called 911. Went to the wrong place. Cause I didn't call 911 from there. I called it from down the street. And they went to where I made the call from. I really don't have any relevance for the story, but I mean, you know, I'm just trying to...
Definitely, because you want to understand, so, because in order to them to say this is what happened.
I got you. Yeah, I just, you know, I mean, I don't want to veer too far off, but you know, I'm trying to put everything in place like the way it was. So during that time, I was on probation. I was on the run from my probation officer. So I'm on the run during this time. And
so
then,
even before you guys went to that place, you was already on probation.
Mm-hmm, I was on the run from my probation officer.
Okay.
So I'm on the run, you know, I'm trying to stay like, you know, out the way and shit because, you know, the shit that just happened.
Yeah.
So dude gets picked up, he gets arrested. The other two people that were with us there, you know what I mean, at the Fifth Avenue Mall, when Buddy got killed, they were running around like telling people and shit what happened. So, bam, dude gets arrested. He admits to everything. He says it was self-defense, you know, And
So this happened at a public place?
yeah, the Fifth Avenue Mall.
Okay.
So when they go to dude's house, he gives him the weapon. He you know what I mean, confesses to everything. Bam, I'm still on the run.
So that dude also, the dude that you guys went to do that thing to at the Fifth Avenue Mall, he contacted the police?
No. He didn't contact the police. It was just where, you know what I mean, people running their mouths, the other two dudes talking and shit, like where it just kind of got around.
And this all happened at the same time?
No.
Oh, separate. So
look, he got arrested like 2 weeks after, like 2 weeks after the situation happened.
So the situation happened, everybody went their own ways?
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy got shot over there, right?
Mm-hmm, he died.
He died at the scene?
Yes.
So when that happened, everybody separate, the guy who shot him went away? And then...
He went his way, we went our way.
So which one of you guys contacted the officer? Because I go by the rules.
Oh, none of us did.
Okay. So it was just people that heard?
Yeah, it was word of mouth, and while they're doing their investigation, you know, they're hearing names pop up, and so, yeah, so they go to dude's house, like about 2 weeks after the situation. I guess the newspaper said he had his gun under the porch, gave him the gun, admitted everything. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, I did shoot him. You know what I mean? And bam. So about a week after that, I get arrested. Right? So at this time, dude's being his charge is murder in the first, right? That's his charge at the time. So when I get arrested, you know, the word of mouth shit, they know I was there, right? So they asked me what happened. So my mind frame was like, I wanted dude to get out. Like, cause I wanted to, you know what I mean? I wanted to get my get back and shit, bro. Like, so I'm gonna rewind a little bit. So like after he shot homeboy, like the other two dudes I was with, they were like kind of like off to the side. I was kind of like right there. Not kind of, I was right there. And you know what I mean? They raised the gun up and shit. You know what I mean? I got lucky that he wasn't able to shoot, you feel me? I think his shit jammed, but I don't really remember all the way.
So he was trying to shoot all of you guys?
I mean, I guess so, like after him.
From your understanding?
Yeah. I told dude, I said, hey bro, like, just go. Just run. Just go. I gotta get him an ambulance, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just run. Bam, he ran. We left. Now, so I had to go back and do that. So I wanted to get him out. I wanted him out, right? Like, because I wanted to get my get back. So when they talked to me, I told them the exact same shit that I've read in the newspaper, like with him saying the self-defense shit. You know, I was like, bro, look, they were whooping he was getting his ass whooped. You know what I mean? Blindly just shot. You know what I mean? He was just, yeah.
So that is when, you said a week after that you got picked up. Mm-hmm. And they took you downtown, I'm guessing.
They talked to me at the jail. At
the jail, okay. And how was that? How was that part about? Because I think that is the most crucial part of why all this situation is happening.
Facts.
Which in the way of the gangster life, which I don't live that lifestyle. So
okay, go ahead. Like, I don't know, it's like some people, like most people I've talked to are like, bro, I don't feel like you told. You feel me? Like, I don't feel like you told at all. Some people are like, bruh, I feel like you told.
So that I understand that part. That's why I'm like, elaborate that part of it. So that's where we at right now.
Yeah. So I told them the same shit that he told them, which is why I feel like I didn't.
The other guy who actually done it.
Yeah. Like,
so he first,
when he got arrested, he admitted. But look here, I got newspaper clippings in there where it tells you he admitted to it. You know what I mean? When he got arrested, you feel me? So
this is actually, Sharma actually brought the paperwork right here. Is this the paperwork of? Okay. This is the conversations between you guys.
So with that's the court docket and then some newspaper clippings. Okay. So because this shit happened 24 years ago, I gotta order the rest of the shit from National Archives. Like, they said they don't have it no more when I went to the courthouse. This is all they had. And so I gotta order that shit from the National Archives. So I don't have like none of that shit, but that's court dockets right there, show everything that happened in court. You feel me? And then I got the newspaper clippings in there where he admits to, you know what I mean? Where he talks about he admitted when they arrested him, like just admitted to everything and shit. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Get this dude out. So when they asked me, I gave them the same story that the dude that killed the killer, you know what I mean? Did the same story he did. Now, because I was like just upfront close person, the eyewitness and shit, they dropped his murder case because I correlated his story. So he didn't get no time because of anything I said. He didn't none of that shit. In fact, he was looking at a life sentence. He didn't get that. They dropped the murder case. When they dropped the murder case, his case got picked up by the feds. And whatever went on with that, you know what I mean? Like, that's between them. I have no clue. But I didn't go say anything to help his federal case or no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't do none of that shit. So, like, my part in that stopped after talking to the officers, so.
Stop. Now, some would ask, the information you tell them, how would you know what the other guy said? Was that public already?
So, they printed out a big newspaper article talking about the situation, what he said had happened, and played it like, you know, explaining like pretty much, you know, step by step. And then I just took what I read out the newspaper and, you know what I mean, went along with that.
Went along with it. Now I know at that moment you lost a friend.
I did.
You at that, anybody could say whatever they want to say, but you don't know how you feel until you are in that situation. And I know right after that, you probably felt horrible.
I did. I feel like I'm gonna tell you how I felt and how I feel now. I felt like I could have maybe said more, you know, to prevent that situation from even like going down. Just, you know, cause it's unfortunate, bro. Like, you know, I know, like, the way I feel, I'm leading to the way I feel now. So, like, me being mature and shit now and older, like, I don't feel the same way I did before. Because, like, I logically think about the shit and I'm like, yo, I can't be mad at dude. Like, he ain't wake up. Like, I'm gonna just go, I'm gonna get myself robbed today and then kill somebody. You feel me? Like, I'm sure his mom was like, I'm gonna get some money today and da-da-da-da. So he was kind of like forced into a situation, you feel me, that he ain't really had no choice for. And like, I assume that anybody in this room, if somebody was trying to take this shit and they had a firearm, would, you know what I mean? Yeah. Do the same thing. So like, as I got older, man, I started realizing like, damn, in a weird way, like bro's a victim too. You feel me? Like, it changed the whole course of his life and shit. You know what I mean? So like, I don't feel the same way I do, like, as I did when I was younger.
But would you say that applies to the type of lifestyle both you and bro was living at that point of time?
Yeah. Like, you know, at that time, you know,
at that time, because this is what I get from street logics. It's like, no matter what happened to you, you stay quiet. You just abide by the law. Only when it's to you, when it is not to your advantage, you call the things. Like what they say, stay away from the law with that. But was that the lifestyle you was living at that stage of time that was happening? Would you say you was a street guy?
Yeah, I said, yeah. I was running around doing hard-headed shit, like robbing people and shit. Yeah.
And also, I want to address this other thing. Now, let's get into that passing. I have this few questions. Let's start getting into the music part and the group part. Now, would that happen? I have a question. Do you think it was a beneficial move to join All the Time Entertainment after knowing you had dealt with this type of situation and those guys being people that went to prison for that? Did you think it was beneficial for you?
So, like, I didn't feel like it then. I don't feel like it now. I don't feel like I told. Because, like I said, like, I didn't feel like I told back then. I don't feel like I told now. You know what I mean? Like, if, like, bro would have been he would have got life sentence. You feel me? Like, they dropped his murder case. So, like, I don't feel like that's telling, but, I did feel like it was beneficial at the time to join All the Time. You know, I had movement, you know, with the battle rap stuff, you know, they got the city, you know, they got the city on fire. So, yeah, you know, I felt like it was a good choice. Cause I don't think about that shit. Like, that shit don't be in my head. Like, oh, you know, you told. Like, that shit don't be in my head. So, like, it was never like, you know what I mean? It was never like, okay, you know, might have an issue with these guys, you feel me? Which, let me clear that up too. I don't have an issue with all the time. Just Bird, like, you know, I mean, not Bird, excuse me, my bad. Ish, like Bird and Nut, you know what I mean? They ain't said like nothing crazy or nothing, you feel me? Like at least on camera, you know what I mean? Or no videos, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't have issues with them.
I also heard this thing too, right? I heard that you guys had a conversation behind closed doors.
We did have a conversation. Now let me ask you this: if we had a conversation, why is it saying, you know what I mean? Like, show me the paperwork.
So that's what I'm saying. So during the interview, also, because I would ask to ask you this during that talk you guys had. Did they say? Did you admit to saying that you didn't see it like that? From what happened there till they said that.
So I said I've never looked at it from that point of view. You know, like with what Bird said, but that wasn't me like admitting to it or nothing. Like, I just never looked at it from that point of view. You feel me?
What was the initial reason of saying that you told?
So what I was told was there were, like, when we do shows, I guess people, I guess they have been approached a few times, like people asking me like, hey, yo, who's that? You know what I mean? And, you know, they be like, it's Tron. And I guess, you know, people are like, oh, wow. Now, I think he told on somebody, you know what I mean? But like, bro, like, nobody ever came with no paperwork, no, you know what I mean?
So
like,
there's no actual paperwork that is
no, bro, there isn't. Like, I'm out this whole situation, I'm the only person that provided some paperwork.
I mean, I've seen that he actually came with the papers and everything, the info. Is this for us to keep or this for you?
Man, I'm not tripping.
Okay, do you have other copies of this?
I don't need them. But yeah, I do, but I don't need them.
Okay. So now let's fast forward to after that talk. What was said in that talk?
So I just say I was talking to members all the time because I'm not trying to make this messier for anybody else, including myself or anything.
At this point, Trauma,
like,
honestly, they have came in
and I get that, right? But like, bro, like, I don't really just, bro, I'm not gonna, like, you know what I mean? Just because you slandering me, bro, like, I'm not, you know, like, you do that on records or whatever, you feel me? Like, but I'm not gonna come up here and use your platform to, you know what I mean? To sit here and do all that, like, it's just, yeah, like.
You know, my platform is fair. I dig it. Gangster, I just, or who is this? Or you already know how.
Nah, I mean, I feel, you know, like, I feel how I feel. They feel how they feel, and like, I don't have to like express that every chance I get. You know what I mean? But so I was talking. So everyone was there except for Ish. Everyone was there. Ish. He had something going on, I guess, you know what I mean? So, everyone else was there though. So, go in there, show him that. Bird's like, shit. Bird was like, what's up? You ain't got like the police reports and shit? And I was like, I don't. Because that's all they had at the courthouse was that. But, you know, I'm like, all right, the docket at least shows everything that happened in court, right? So, I'm like, all right, bam. But, so he was like, you know, I don't see nothing on here that says you told. I was like, correct. So he was like, all right, run the story. Like, what happened? Explain it to me. So I explained it to him. And then what ended up like surmising from that is he was like, well, you told because even though you got his murder case dropped, he still had other charges, and you corroborating what he said, you know what I mean? Like, strengthen that. Like, I was like, damn.
That's when you said you never.
I was like, you know, I've never looked at it from that angle. But I still don't feel like I told. You know what I mean? Like, I've never looked at it from that perspective. You feel me? Now, I can understand from that perspective if somebody were to feel that way. You feel me? But at the end of the day, like, a lot of people also, from my perspective, are like, well, bruh, you got a murder case dropped for him. You feel me? Like he'd be in there for life if you didn't, you know what I mean, do what you were doing. Like, so, you know, like...
Your perspective and the way you were seeing it was, okay, this guy murdered one of my guys. I do not want him inside prison. I want to get my get back at that point of time.
Correct.
That's what you was thinking.
Correct.
But now, a week later, he get 2 weeks later. So he get picked up first, right?
Mm-hmm.
He get picked up, and then you get picked up 2 weeks later or a week later.
A week later after he gets picked up.
Okay. A week later after he gets picked up. So he gave the information to the police that he everything that he admitting that he did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's another reason why I don't feel like I told either. Like, bro told on himself.
Yeah, man. So I guess my thing is where I'm not discrediting nothing you said. My thing there is like, how did you get the information that he told that fast?
So when he got picked up, police would ever make their statements, you know what I mean, to the newspaper. The newspaper ran an article on it because it was a big deal because his mom sued the city. The case was a big deal because the poor handling from the dispatchers. So his mom ended up suing the city and getting a whole bunch of, you know what I mean, whatever, like, it's not really anyone's business, but you know what I mean, ended up, and so the newspaper was invested in what was going on. Because I think that same year, dispatch had fucked up like two other phone calls. So like, it was kind of a big thing, and with the city being sued for that shit, like, the newspaper was on it. So, however they conveyed that information, I don't know how that works with the police and the newspaper and shit like that, but they got the story of, like, from pretty much the meeting of people at the Fifth Avenue Mall to, like, you know, him being arrested. So they got the story. I seen in the article, he said it was self-defense. You know what I mean? Like, that's
how you got the information.
Yeah,
and
so
from there, you was like, he already told, so I'm gonna say my side of the story.
I was like, look, because I talked to the other two guys that were with me. I was like, yo, I'm gonna try and get him out of there, bro. Like, we can, you know what I mean? And yeah. So yeah, that's the situation. Do
you think it was right for all the time to part you ways with the team? Or did they? Did they come up with that move, or did you?
I will say this: for what they do, like, and what they are, I don't feel it's wrong, but I don't feel it's right either. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be different if I was wearing wires on niggas, or like if I was giving information to the police that they didn't have, you know what I mean? And just like, I'd be like, all right, I mean, shit.
So you're saying because you didn't give no information to police that they didn't already know, so you didn't tell?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that,
look, if I were in dude's situation, and we call what I did snitching, bro, I would pray to God somebody would snitch on me, bro. You know what I mean? That way, like, bro, like 8 years versus a life sentence, bro. Like I feel like I won out the situation. You feel me? Like, it's just wild.
I guess I understand that. I guess some would say because of the type of lifestyle he was living at that point of time. You know, the gangster method of things, which I don't abide by. But then let's go to, do you think that was right at that time?
Yeah, I don't like.
And I'm saying
like,
from this is your
from since that situation happened till now, sitting here, I don't feel like I was in the wrong.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I just don't feel like, you know what I mean, I did anything wrong. Now, if I went up there and was like, oh nah, dude's lying, nah, he. You know what I mean? Like, If I would have went up there and said some shit like that, then, yeah, bro, I'd be snitching, bro. Like, I'd be snitching. Like now I'm working with him to get him to stay in there, bro. Like, I wasn't working with no officers or nothing. When I talked to him, it was to get this nigga the fuck out. So like there was no, what I was doing had no consequences to him. It was only to his benefit. Like, you know, like, but yeah, bro, like, it's just, I don't know, man.
So now take us through, after that meeting, what was said after the overall of the meeting?
Man, so I'm gonna be 100% honest, like, nobody really spoke to anybody like, you know, in that meeting, like, after that, like, I didn't, you know, I wasn't speaking with them. They weren't saying nothing. You know, Nut said something to me, like, you know what I mean? You know, making sure I was good and shit. You know, we're getting to the crib. But, you know, like, other than that though, like, there was nothing else like really said between the other parties and myself.
So now, fast forward to going from that to hearing that this song come out. How was that a surprise to you?
Yeah, it really was. Cause I had a cordial conversation with Ish the day after that meeting. You know what I mean? There was no disrespect either way. You know what I mean? Like so. I just, you know, I was like, okay, we just go our separate ways, and that's that. So I haven't listened to any of the diss songs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't listen to any diss songs.
Yeah.
Like when people make diss songs towards me, I don't listen to them. So I haven't heard any of their diss songs they did. But, you know, I had people hit me up and be like, yo, what's up, man? You know, some nigga, you know, name this, you know, drop this, and, you know, they talking about you and they saying you told and da-da-da-da, and I was like, oh, word, okay.
You had to have the conversations, at least see something about it. You didn't even run across it like, Sama, this song?
So look, so after all that shit, I was kind of hot, you know what I mean? After the meeting,
I'd be hot too.
I was kind of hot. You feel me? Look, so I had that paperwork for like a week, like before that meeting, and like I definitely let somebody know, like, cause I just wanted to clear my name up and shit. So you know, I called, and it took like a week from the time of me getting the paperwork to, you know, me finally getting a call, like, all right, we can sit down. Yeah. Which, you know what I mean, it is whatever, but like, I didn't, you know, there was like, I don't know, there was no urgency, like with you know, like, hey, you know, because the whole time, look, I'm talking to, so I get this phone call, it's like before the fashion show. I think it was like a week before the fashion show, right? Yeah. Like roughly about a week and a half. I get a phone call, and it's Ish, right? And he's asking me about this. And I'm like, I ain't telling nobody, right? So the conversation ends up being him and Bird telling me like, hey, well, you know, bro, let's get this paperwork together so we can, you know what I mean? We can kill this shit. And I was like, bet. So I told them on the phone, I don't have a case number. I don't have dude's last name. I don't have his name. You feel me? So like, it's gonna take me a minute, you know, try and figure that out. Cause like, you can't look a case up if you ain't got a case number or a last name, bro. Like, you can't look a case up. Like you can't. Like
Definitely.
it's like what's in no, you know what yeah, bro. So I let him know that. I think we got in a car. My wife got in a car accident.
Sorry about that.
A couple days after that, like I think it was, when was that, Wednesday? She got in a car accident like 4 days after that, right?
Yeah.
So after that phone call with Ish and Bird, right? Bro, like I used to talk to these niggas every day. Ish, Bird, Money, Heat, you know, Nut. After that phone call, I ain't hear from niggas, right? So like, I feel like niggas was like kind of already trying to treat me like, you know, I was guilty. So like, I wasn't, and like, you know, I heard like, oh, well, Tron didn't come around or nothing either, you know, during that time. Like, bruh, like, y'all just, I got asked if I was doing drugs a couple days before that phone call about the snitch shit. You feel me? So I'm like,
You think they was already planning on something for you? You feel like?
honestly, like looking back at everything, I feel like, yeah. I can't say that everyone was involved. You know what I mean? Like there was some great conspiracy or something, but I do believe that for whatever our reasons, you know what I mean? Like just like I feel like there was a reason trying to be found to exit me from the group. And like I said, I don't feel like all parties, you know what I mean, were involved, or if it was just one person, you feel me? But I do definitely feel that way.
Now with your diss songs, how did you come about making your own songs to respond?
So, I told you I ain't listening to other joints. I had people hit me up, you know, tell me what was being said.
Information.
Yeah. And I was like, bro, I ain't even want to do this back and forth shit, like, with them. Cause like, up until that point, like, I didn't respect the way, you know what I mean, all this went down, but I still had a level of respect for like Ish and D Money, you feel me? Like, so, like, when that happened, I was just like, God damn, bro, like, alright. But I was like, yo, I'm gonna take a more grown approach, like with my tracks, you know, versus just, you know, fucking prison bar, hustle bar, you know, like trauma jab, this, that trauma jab, you know, like.
You say you're gonna take it more lyrical.
Right, like I just wanted to. So the first one, like I was kind of being.
You was being too nice. I didn't.
Nah, it wasn't that I was being nice. It was like I did it comically, just to be like, you know what I mean? Like, bruh, come on.
I enjoyed it until the end when you started like, you know, apologizing or started talking a little nice. I'm like, no, this is not the time.
But look, that like, you know what I mean? Like, that was like my way of like, bro, I like you guys. You feel me? Like, I
was saying like, hey, these people are playing with your character right now. This is not the time for that.
I don't like those guys. That's like, it was like the first joint was like.
But the second one now, you started bringing up the fire. You said they had mediocre bars. You said they.
No, that was in the first one.
That was the first one?
That was the first one.
There was too many, man. You was going too much, man. I was like, damn, this like, is the first time I see this approach.
Like
I ain't gonna lie, I got my suitcase ready. I started looking at how we gonna beat this case in the streets and all of that shit.
Like, and look, I still stand on that. Like, Ish is my favorite mediocre rapper. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he's not like super duper like lyrical like with the metaphors and all that, but like even through all this shit, I can separate the person from the music. You know what I mean? Like like for issues like tier what he does, bro. Like he made good music. You feel me? If I didn't honestly believe that, I never would have worked with him to begin with. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one of the people just because I don't like you, like you're trash all of a sudden. Like nah, like because that looks crazy. Like why would you work with somebody if you feel like they trash? You know what I mean? You just look like a hater at that point.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Now let's get into you and Heat.
Who?
Heat.
Man.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I know Curtis.
Let's get into that part of the things. How is your views right now?
How is he what?
How is it between you guys right now?
Man, I spoke to Heat in like 2.5 months.
Yeah, so 3rd degree is normal.
Nope.
So where do you stand with Heat as in now?
Nowhere. Cause see, like between that phone call and that conference call, like we had a conference call, right? Between that and that, you know, I was telling you, the car accident and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
You know, niggas called me like 2 weeks after the initial phone call, and they were, you know, everyone was on the phone, right? Man, I had talked to Heat every day since then. I just talked to him the night before, you know what I mean? And like, bruh was still like, well, I was in the assumption like Heat and I was still good and all that, right? And after that conference call, I ain't heard from him. So
you and him never really had a conversation after that?
Nah, but like it's at the point now, like I just, man, there's no conversation to be had, like, you know what I mean? He's played his part and shit, you know what I mean? Like with in his own ways, you know, with this slander shit and all that. So like to me that's unforgiving, but it's
do you feel like he should have been loyal to you after this? Since you
based on the conversations we had leading up to that conference call, yeah, just, you know, and like I'm not even gonna air out like any of them conversations, but I definitely feel like he shoulda, you know what I mean? Like if he was gonna move like that, he definitely should have had that conversation with me, like, and I would have been cool with that, you know what I mean? If he's like, hey, bro, you know, like this is crazy, bruh. Like, you know, I fuck with you, but or I don't, you know, I can't fuck with you no more. You know what I mean? Like, I would have, you know, I would have accepted that, and like I would have respected it. I would have had no choice. You feel me? But like to act like you cool with me up until the night before this conference call, and then, you know what I mean? Like, just that's that. Like, I felt betrayed. Yeah.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, I did. You know, a lot of people are like, oh man, I just want to see you two like get good again. Like, I'm like, nah, that shit's dead. Like,
never again.
Yeah, that shit's dead. Like,
no chance of. Where do you stand with Charlie Clips?
I don't stand with him. It's you know, hey, so there's a lot of people that didn't like even ask me like what's going on, like what happened, and just automatically was like, you're in the wrong. You know, like and Charlie was one of them, you feel me? So like, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, he didn't get to go. You feel like he did you wrong over there, or what? Because your relationship, even back then, I feel like it started. You were one of the first people to bring him up here, right?
I was the first
person to bring him up here.
I just here's what I feel like. I feel like a lot of people invested on what they felt like was a safe bet. Like, okay, if these guys are saying this and you know he's not with them anymore, it has to be true. So I'm not gonna question anything, or I'm not gonna think with my own mind and determine what I think, out the situation. So I think a lot of people probably figured, like my ship was sunk and you know what I mean? Like Trump's fucked, right? So let me go with the safe bet. I think that's what a lot of people did without asking the situation. But I've had conversations with people where I'm like, that on some real shit, had the conversation with me like, hey, they ain't asked me what happened, but they at least had the conversation with me like, hey, I can't rock with this, so, ain't nothing but love, but, keep my distance. And, I can't do nothing but, I respect that, but I don't respect it because you didn't have the conversation to ask me what even happened. You feel me? So, like, I don't know, it's just, I think a lot of people just, like I said, went with the safe bet and figured they weren't gonna give me a chance. But like, I'm like, yo, once that line's crossed though, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You can always leave, but it don't mean the door's gonna be open to come back. You feel me? So like, that's kind of where I sit with that.
Definitely. And as in now, what is next for you?
Man, I'm working on a couple projects right now. I have an artist, an AI artist, I guess. I don't know.
I was gonna ask you about that. What's up with this thing I'm hearing that you have an AI artist?
There's people that have interacted with him. You know what I mean? It's not just me. There's people that...
So this is an actual person?
Yes, bro.
But they're saying there's no record of him ever existing or nobody seeing him.
He's not from here.
Why is this such a secret?
It's not a secret. Like, what's the secret about it?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that Trauma got a new artist now.
Look,
and he is an AI artist.
Look, there's like, bro, like I've heard so much misconception about shit. Like even this situation, right? Like, I've heard, people say this just happened a couple of years ago, and I'm like, bro, this is a quarter of a century old.
Yeah, I was 19 when it happened.
Like, this shit happened 24 years ago, right? So like, bro, like...
Do you think even like, people at the age that you guys are, do you think they should be holding this gangbanging stuff and not even gangbanging or snitching and talking about those sins? Do you think it's important at this age to be caring about that?
Like, so I am a firm believer, like, if you've involved yourself like with the streets, right? You can't tell to get yourself out of trouble. You know what I mean? Mind your own business, you know what I mean? Unless like, there's certain groups of people I feel like, you don't have to mind your business about, like somebody beating up like a kid or something, you know what I mean? Or an old lady, I'm talking about like a grandma, you know what I mean, is getting like robbed or something, like if you feel like inserting yourself into it, you can, but like for the most part, you're supposed to mind your own business and like that, yeah.
So the artist is a real artist, no AI artist?
Correct.
Okay. And you say you're working on a project, or?
I'm working on a couple projects. Like, I'm helping tomorrow with his, what you call it? I got a project that I'm working on with another artist right now. I'm working on a mixtape right now, and I'm working on my album. And I'm dropping hella singles too. Like,
singles?
I got a single dropping tonight actually explaining this cat. I know a lot of people, I know a lot of y'all out there. I sat down, talked to a couple people, and I have people tell me like, bro, you got a lot of support out here. It's just, you need an explanation for like this situation, because a lot of people feel like I didn't address it like in the songs. And
definitely, I even said something like that in the I don't know if you've seen some
I watched your clips with my stuff. I didn't watch the clips for the other ones. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just cause like, bro, like, I think people are crazy if you listen to diss tracks about you. like, cause you're subjecting yourself to get pissed off.
Yeah.
And to hear people like really just say vile shit about you. So like I just don't even put myself through it. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not just, you know, them. Like I just don't listen to any diss tracks that have ever been made about me. Like I just, why put yourself through it? You feel me? Like okay, all I need to know,
way of thinking of it.
all I need to know is, okay, you said something about me. I can go in the booth. You know what I mean? But like I don't need to sit down and subject myself to you know, yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's wild.
Definitely.
But you had asked, you were saying the album. You asked what I got coming up. I told you, and then you're like the album, and then I cut you off.
No, the album. What should we expect in the album, and what features should we expect to hear in the album? Is it in a sense of the same type of music you making, or are we seeing many more different artists you featuring with? Tell us a little bit about it.
I mean, tomorrow gonna be on my project. My AI artist, right? This is so funny to me, bro. That nigga and I were laughing about that shit. Like, I was like, bro, you're AI.
That's funny.
We're cracking up. But tomorrow for to be on my project. Really, man, to be honest with you, that might be my only feature on my project. Just cause like, you know, I've been reflecting on a lot of shit like since all this. I was just like, man, I'm so sick of doing music with niggas that like I'm not gonna promote now, you know what I mean? Like because we fall out and I can't perform these songs. So I was like, yeah, man, I'm kinda, I'll feature with somebody on their album, you feel me? But I just, as far as my projects, I'm gonna keep them like for the most part, just mostly me.
Definitely. And this new song that you dropped today, you say it talks about this situation?
Facts.
What's the name?
It's called Decon.
Decon?
Decon is a rat poison. It's this, it's a rat killer.
Hold on, is this another hot diss song or what?
Nah, it's not a diss song.
It's just talking about...
you know, I was just, you know, a lot of people were asking, so I was giving them clarity. Like, same conversation we just had. I put it, you know, I put it on record. The reason why I didn't do that, why Ish and Money and me were going back and forth, is because I feel like I'm a competitive person. So what I'm gonna, and I'm like thorough. So what I'm gonna put into my song to explain to y'all, I'm not gonna just do it. I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that in a couple bars. You feel me? Like, and I'm not gonna risk losing around, you know, going back and forth with them to explain something to y'all. You know what I mean? Like, so in the midst of going back and forth though, I wrote this song, and I just wanted to, you know what I mean, clarify all that.
Definitely. Hey, like I said, I know people probably mad at me for doing this interview, but you know me, I'm never there to care about what people think and their feelings. I feel like,
man, to be mad at you for doing the interview is crazy, right? Because, like I said, you know, a lot of people just, oh, well, this got to be that. Like, I'm the type of person, I want to hear what you have to say, so I can make my own judgment in my head, like how I feel about this or that. Because, like, when you hear the trauma snitch, like the first impression you get is, oh, this nigga, he gave up information. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he told on someone to get out of trouble with something. Nah, it's not even like that. Like, my telling, like, got this nigga's charge dropped. You know what I mean? So like I said, bro, if I'm ever in a situation like that, the people you know, when they hear that, that's the first thing they think of, you know, like, oh man, Trump, like, but I feel like people hearing the situation, like, it's like, okay, well, damn, he ain't tell. Maybe
they'll have more clarity and understanding.
Maybe he shouldn't have done that just because of how it could look, but he didn't tell. Like, dude told on himself.
Definitely. Now,
And, you know what I mean? So like he told on himself first of all, and then the narrative he gave, you know what I mean? Me validating his narrative took the life sentence off the table. Like, he was no longer looking at a body. So, like, if that's telling, if I'm ever in a situation like that, nigga, please tell on me. You feel me? Like,
definitely.
yeah, please tell on me. Like, yeah,
Yeah, definitely. And also, like I said, like you said, the album is coming. I'm pretty sure this album is gonna be more of you expressing more feelings of your life and
yeah.
stuff like that. And hey, if the war come out and you talking, we here, man. We
look. I don't wish bad on anybody, man. Like, you know, I wish them dudes the best of success. And so fortunate things didn't work out the way they did. Like I said, I'm not beefing with all the time. Like, I'm not even beefing with you know, like when you beef with people, that's it's different. You feel me? Like, we're a disagreement. You feel me? I'm the type of person, I don't really be caring what people be saying, bro. Like, especially when I feel how I feel about things. Like, I feel like I didn't tell, right? And I believe that honestly that I didn't tell. Like, bro, all these niggas out here, like, oh, fuck trauma and this guy and da. Like, bro, I don't care about that shit. Niggas don't pay my bills, bro. Like, niggas don't put money in my pocket. Niggas don't take care of my kids. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck like what the next man thinks, truly, like, honestly. But at the same time, I don't, like, I feel strongly how I feel. I didn't tell.
definitely.
And everyone has the right to their own opinion. You feel me? But to say something factually, like I don't feel like people could factually say that. Like, with the facts being there, you feel me? Like, that's an opinion. You can have that opinion if you want.
Definitely.
Everyone has the right to that. You know what I mean? I can't tell you your opinion's wrong, but you should state that that's an opinion versus stating things like a fact.
That's definitely right, man. I'm glad that we got to sit down and get these things clear and talk about it and get your point of view and the story from you, because it's only you, the person who can tell everybody. Everybody can bring their own ideas, but it's only you, a person involved. And like you heard it here, is there any last things you would like to tell the people before we close the interview?
Look, y'all, like I just said, man, y'all are entitled to opinions, man. I've talked to some street dudes, bruh, that agree with me and feel how I feel. You feel me? You know, Ish and them, they street dudes too, they feel how they feel. It's an opinion. You feel me? It's an opinion. So if that's your opinion, like, I mean, it is what it is, you feel me? Like, you have the right to have that, but, like, if not, man, fuck with your boy, man. Traumatose. Follow me Instagram, TikTok, all that good shit, man. We got music, merch, all that coming out, man. This shit don't stop, man. It don't stop.
Definitely. I heard it on Madalascar. There was Traumatose clarifying all the information, and he came with his paper right here, the paperwork, and he said it. Till later, you have a good day. Thank you.